What's up, Geminis? It's your girl Queen J. And what they saying, Tarot coming to give you a quick little check in to see what you got going on, man. Thanks for viewing my channel. It's the channel we grow together. By the way, my name is Queen J. And nice to meet you, man. I feel like right now you got to be all the way in or not in at all. Because I feel like you don't want to provoke the other side of you. So I feel like one side of you is working on healing, but it's like the other side of you is still dealing with, like they said, childhood traumas, teenage traumas, and adult traumas, because we go through different phases of traumas, and it's like I feel like each stage of your life is gonna be something to trigger you as you get old enough to understand what you need to work on. So I feel like slow motion. So maybe the pace is switching up. So it's like uh you can do it, but it's always a harder way to do something, an easier way to do something. I feel like once you break something down and you actually see how it works, person, place, or thing, because I feel like when you learn a person, it's two sides to them. So it's like you already dealing with that. So it's like, okay, I know it's two sides to me. So maybe you realizing it's two sides to another person or another place or another thing. It's the maybe you weighing the pros and the cons. Communication is key. So I guess how you communicating about it. Like if a person is bothering you, are you communicating this issue? If you go into a place and it bother you like internally, because it's like sometimes you might go places and you could be in an environment. Like I say, you walk through portals all the time. Every time you transition, you go this direction, that direction, north, south, east, west. You can walk through all type of portals. So it's like different type of experiences. Like the energy don't die. So that's why it's always something to remind you of. Oh, day, age, and time. They said so. It's time to take action. So regardless of whatever it is that you're going through, even though maybe it seemed like things slowing down. Maybe things slowing down for a reason, because it's like, uh, maybe it's giving you time to think things over. Like, make sure you got all the facts together. Got all your ducks in a row. They just said so. Maybe you making sure you got all your ducks in a row before you make a move, or it's like, okay, I'm making sure when I make this move, uh, smooth transitions. Luck is on your side. So yeah, it's like I feel like it's keeping your eye on the target. You know where you're trying to go. You just don't know uh, how the transport gonna be. You hear what I'm saying? Cause it's like, okay, yeah, we may be aware of the transportation that we gonna be riding to get there, but sometimes you have to go through it on another level first. So maybe energetically you being prepared for it first, because it's like, okay, maybe you in a position where you like, okay, I want to travel the world, I want to do different things, and it's like, okay, it's all kind of people that's doing all kind of different type of things. Not saying that you not meant to be in the same room as the people that's doing the same things that you want to grow to be able to do, but it's like it's per specific structures that come along with it. So it's like, okay, not saying that you can't be yourself, but you being a better version of yourself. So maybe you trying to figure out different ways. Uh, yeah, they say to get your point across, but it's like you don't want to come off. So maybe you don't want to come off as a type of person that's afraid to speak their mind. So maybe it's something that need to be said, but it's like ain't nobody saying nothing. But it's like not saying nothing is an answer too. So people have to look at stuff like that too. Sometimes people words may hurt you because people don't understand, like, when people say things, it's meant for you to feel it, like, emotionally, on a emotional level, physically, mentally, and emotionally. It's no telling how you gonna respond to it. Once you hear it, that's when it hit them five senses, like, okay, I seen this, like, I heard this, I felt this, like, I felt it. Like, okay, so be careful of being around people that know how to push your button. So maybe going in environments where you might feel like, listen, I might have a setback and relapse. Yeah. So be careful if you just quit habits too, like trying to change old habits, make new habits. Uh, be careful, like if you're trying to quit doing something because you feel like it's no longer serving you. You get what I'm saying? Uh, Try not to put yourself back in the environments with people, places, or things where you feel like you might relapse. So I don't know whoever that was for. Let's see. So I feel like your your spirit as well as your soul, even though they connect in some type of way, I feel like it already know where it's going. So I feel like mentally you being prepared because it's like I said, you going through different seasons, different phases in your life, and it's like, okay, well, I'm renovating in different departments in my life right now, and I'm just trying to get it together. So maybe it's like with you getting together and holding it together, it's like, okay, that's when your senses come in, and it's like it's so close you can taste it. So maybe it's like, okay, just when you had to close another door, it gave you another option. It's like, okay, sometimes you ain't gonna be able to just have access to all the spots that you feel dope in the city. Okay, it's like all the time you ain't gonna keep being able to bless people establishment with your presence. Um, I feel like you starting to see that. Like, listen, it's shit. It's a privilege being me, so I know it's a privilege for me to visit this place, visit this person, do this thing, especially when it comes to the point where it's repetitious. Like, okay, well, oh my God, I seen this person this many times, or we did this thing this many times, we went these places this many times. Like, so I don't know, maybe you kind of keeping tabs on what you're doing, who you doing it with, or somebody keeping tabs on you, what you're doing and who you doing it with, and where you at, okay? So just be mindful, or maybe you need to keep tabs on where you going, so it's like, okay, have one of those friends where you shoot a text like, okay, well, I'm going this place, and you got to have one of them hype girls, like, oh, okay, well, drop the ad girl, I'm on the way, like, okay, well, listen, if something happened, uh, somebody aware of which direction to be able to look, so just be careful, like, uh, I don't know, leaving your valuables out, like, in your doors, like, unlocked. Like, be careful of giving easy access to valuable things. It's like, because you could be so focused on where you going, but you still got to realize you got to protect, like, the in-betweens and where you at. Like, okay, I still got to micromanage these different zones. Like, okay, I still got to know what's happening. So that's when your skills kick in to be able to uh work your way through. Like, okay, well, I checked this place, I checked. So maybe you double checking things, or you need to double check things. Maybe this is a time that double checking things would be like significant. You get what I'm saying? Uh, Dotting your I's and crossing your T's and make sure like everything right. Let's see. You don't have to be all in your head about where the money coming from. You get what I'm saying? Tender connection. This is time for you to have a connection with self. You get what I'm saying? Because I feel like if your heart, your mind, your energy is right, you gonna attract whatever you putting out. So it's like if you putting out in all your departments, because that's why it plays to be it. Well, yeah, it plays. It pays to be like a versatile person that's open to learning new things. You could be a lifetime learner. So maybe you the type of person you always interested in learning something new. So it's like, okay, people typically learn things to be able to teach someone else. So maybe you could be a teacher, or maybe uh unknowingly you teach it other people. You get what I'm saying? Or vice versa. Or maybe it's like you being divinely guided to people that's able to help teach you. So either way it go, you still got to be able to show some type of TLC to yourself. You get what I'm saying? Because it's like if your heart ain't beating, you have nothing. Okay, there is nothing else to talk about. It's over with. It's done. Finito. Finished. So I feel like it's a victory that you able to get up each morning and take a look at yourself in the mirror and say, okay, well maybe somebody tell themselves good morning. So maybe when you look at yourself, you say good morning, gorgeous, or maybe you holding something in your hands that you love, and every day it's like good morning. So it's like prized possession. It's like okay, I know my energy that's gonna forever be with me until they cut this motherfucker off. Okay, so I feel like maybe people enjoying the energy that they in. Like it's a victory to be able to, uh, yeah, they say it hurt either way. Like when you experiencing, you learning, but when you witnessing, you learning. So it kind of hurt either way because it's like okay, I felt that even though I ain't had to go through that. You get what I'm saying? I had to hear about it, but it's like how can I better myself to not? So either way, it's a lesson some way in it. Whether you learned it through someone else, heard about it, heard through the grapevine. So maybe you hearing some stuff through the grapevine, and it's like, okay, now I'm able to pick myself back up, love on myself a little bit. It's like, okay, maybe it's a victory. So maybe something came in time just for you to be able to say, okay, well, maybe I need to take a step back, focus on the being in the green zone. You get what I'm saying? So if my arms by my side and listen, I got to focus on what's in this zone. So once you getting all that taken care of, so first I guess you starting off with the heart. I had to get my heart right. Because we got to make sure it's pure love that we distributing at this time. And I had to get my mind right as well because I want to be able to use both sides of it. I want one side to ping off the other, okay? Uh, yeah, negative and positive. So I don't know. You can't have one without the other. Can't have one without the other. It's like I feel like you curious to know like what's coming. You get what I'm saying? Cause it's like you feel it. You just don't see it yet. But it's like having the gift of sight. That is a blessing. So it's like technically you is when the curtains open, even though the show ain't started. You know you already in your seat. You got your snacks and everything. So maybe somebody going to the movies. But it's like, or maybe you sit down watching movies or having a movie night. But it's like you the person in the front row. So whatever, like I said, if you witnessing something, so maybe you could be witnessing a lot of different blessings at a time. You get what I'm saying? Because it's like it's open door season, so you got a choice. You got an option of whether you want to walk through this motherfucker or not. Yeah, unexpected income. So when you get up and try, that's all it take. You got up and try. So it's like everyday people ain't getting up trying. So that was the small victories. You can celebrate the small victories in life too. But it's like okay, along the way, you decide to take the journey. Okay, here goes some unexpected blessings. Whether it was some wisdom or whether it was some message you got from a person, place, or thing, uh, you was able to come back with something and say, okay, well, maybe I can do this, maybe I can do that. So maybe somebody getting some type of ideas by looking at different environments because it could have been worse. You get what I'm saying? It's like some people don't know how to pick themselves back up again and start loving on themselves again. It's like once somebody hit rock bottom, so maybe somebody hit rock bottom. It's like over you, or vice versa. It's like I know how I get if you take me there. So maybe somebody just like okay, listen, I know how I get when a person take me there, or vice versa. So it's like I want to be in a loving energy because when I'm down in the prison without, it's like somebody don't like ask people for shit. So maybe somebody in the position where it's like, okay, I gotta be able to love on myself to put myself in that energy so I can be able to receive. Because it's like maybe somebody so withdrawn, it's like, okay, they don't want to do nothing, they don't want to see nothing, they don't want to talk about nothing. Could be a male or somebody in the masculine energy. It's like new beginning. So maybe somebody expecting congratulations. It's like just trying to start something new. So I don't know, maybe you don't know where you're gonna get the money from, but it's like, okay, God making ways for you to be able to do what it is that you love to do. But it's like, okay, uh you ain't gonna always see straight results. It's like, okay, sometimes you just got to see how it play out. So maybe you're trying to see how something play out. You're gonna have to ground yourself, because I mean, it's a spiritual awakening coming, but it's like either way, everybody got to go through it. It's up to you what you get out of it. Expansion, like opening up from limited thinking and self-doubt. So hopefully if you like the video, please like the video. If you have yet to subscribe to the channel, please do. If you have any comments, please drop them. I'm out, y'all.